Hey, what's going on, guys? How's everything been? I know it's been like goddamn 2 months, but don't worry, I'm always gonna be here. Like always, a bunch of you guys know every time you guys ask me questions, I'm always answering. And just before I get into some of the matches, I guess just give you guys a quick update before I do a channel update in a bit. I finally got some free time off my school semester to not play some games, but to actually record and to post. Um, uh, if any of you know if you've never actually recorded before, it takes a little bit more time, obviously, to do it in order to actually record it properly, to get the good matches, in order to wait for the matches, etc., and then to do this and do that, and basically with all the times running around doing those things, it of course takes a little bit more time to to put it out there, and basically, I've been so busy with school that I haven't been able to breathe properly. I mean, I'm basically taking 7 courses at the moment, and from those 7 courses, what I'm doing is basically every week I've got about. I mean, if just imagine for a second. I mean, in college, post-secondary education, you basically have every class you do in the week. It's about you have to follow up with 2 chapters. Now, if you multiply that by 7, then you got to read about 14 chapters a week. And honestly, that's about a textbook size. 14 chapters is about a textbook size of like 500 pages. And blah, blah, blah. No time for games, which is unfortunate because then I get rusty as hell, like you see me get my ass whipped right now. Of course, no shame in it. The only way to get better, obviously, is to lose sometimes. And he just got, he made one mistake there, and that's just, not following up with Wesker and kind of just watching the animation there. I've been watching a lot of the tournaments, and I gotta say one thing though. I love how people are starting to use Morrigan more. The whole, I mean, I really hope they don't change. I mean, there's a lot of problems with how she gains meter off her. Her I forgot the name of the hyper. When she gets Lilith out there, when it's her double Morgans. I'm glad to see that because I mean everybody was complaining about how it's just Wesker, Magneto, and Dante. I mean, mind you, those three are still amazing. But now you're seeing a lot of Doctor Dooms, you're seeing more Spencers, more Novas, more Hawkeyes, etc., etc. Now you see Morgans, Akuma's more. Well, Akuma's always there, but the variety. And I mean, what would you? I mean, be honest. Would you get more mad losing to Wolverine, or would you be more mad losing to Morgan Spam? I think you'd get more mad losing to Wolverine because literally you had no real strategic way to get out of it because he's Wolverine, for God's sake. Um, I've also been playing a little bit of King of Fighters. I went and grabbed that. Running some more Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter 4. And I want to get into Soul Calibur 5. And when it comes to Street Fighter vs Tekken, I'm extremely skeptical as to what's really going to come out of it. Me and a friend of mine, we might be going to I think it's the day one. They're doing a tournament at a GameStop near our house. So we might go in because it's free entry. Well, it's not free entry. You got to pre-order the game, but then you can always cancel it. So intent, if you don't want to get the game, it's still a free entry to get to go into the tournament. So we might just go and do that. But the fact is, in a sense, being extremely busy is kind of an indirect benefit, just because I can wait and see how it plays out. And then by the time I'm actually free, which is going to be in summertime, then I can see, okay, Street Fighter vs. Tekken is really a worthwhile buy. So in the meantime, I was looking for a couple of matches, and I was extremely I was extremely happy in order to get this individual I'm playing right now. I can't exactly see his name from here, but it's, I believe, Sergeant 007 and Heroes or something like that. But our connection was amazing. I mean, it was still lagging a little bit, but it was great. It was and I really loved how he was using a Spencer, using the Silver Surfer, the Galactus outfit. And the way he was running a Spencer, it was really in depth. I mean, he's got the extended combos, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna pop out sometime. And now you see me using Dormammu. You guys obviously aren't familiar with me using Dormammu. I've decided to put Dormammu as first on my main team, with Deadpool second and Doctor Doom third. And I'd like to get into why I'm doing that now. I'm extremely scruffy with Dormammu. It's the first time I'm using him. You gotta love this embarrassing miss with my level 3. But what I'm doing with Dormammu is um, I have unlimited unblockable setups because I have Deadpool as backup, and I took that into recognition because you can take extreme advantage of that. And at the same time, I have full screen cross ups in case of to use Doctor Doom. And I know everybody's seen Master CJ, and if you don't know what that is, pretty much I don't exactly pull it off because I'm still getting used to the teleports. I'm just straight up playing as if I'm playing Doctor Doom with Dormammu, which is a big mistake. But there's a lot of I realize that, I mean, in every team you have, unfortunately in the game, because the way it is, you gotta have something you can take advantage of. Whether you're using Virgil and Magneto, you're using Wolverine and Akuma, you're using Morgan and Doctor Doom, you're using Dormammu and Magneto, you gotta have something that you could extremely take advantage of in the game, like Wesker and even Wesker and Sentinel. You gotta have a mechanic like that in order to excel, because the amount of offensive pressure you can apply in the game is what really counts. And just like what he did there, every cross up, if a character does not have a double jump or a teleport or an air dash, even if they do, you're gonna have an extremely difficult time getting around that. And his team even has a mechanic like that as well. And look what he's doing with Spencer and Doctor Doom. If he's not if he's not doing Spencer and Doctor Doom doing his plasma beam and flying across the screen with the zip line, it's because Doctor Doom's probably either dead or he's on the direct offense, which is right in front of me. So I would like to say that there's a couple of times where he catches me with his zip line, and to do a command, not a command grab, but to do the foot dive into the wall bounce. But to continue off with the team that I'm using, I feel that there's a certain full screen dominance that Dormammu and Doctor Doom have that is not, like, I'm gonna put it as a similarity between Morgan and Doctor Doom. It's not as, I would say, easily full screen control. Like, you can't easily full screen control the opponent the way that Morgan can. But if Dormammu does it right, he does the equivalent amount of damage that Morgan does in 3 seconds by just recognizing he could do a hyper versus Morgan shooting 5,000 million Hadokens out of her fist, or the Soul Fist, sorry. Now, as you can see, I embarrassingly am screwing up a lot of those Doctor Doom combos. I'm like, you know what? I can't figure this out at the moment. I'm not even gonna bother doing it online. So let me just do the bread and butters that I know, and I'll get into learn the newer Doctor Doom that adds about 10% more damage later on when I can get the hang of the game more. I want to know how many of you guys are actually watching Cross Assault. Now, for anybody who doesn't know what Cross Assault is, that is the show that Capcom is promoting alongside Namco for Street Fighter vs. Tekken. You know, just type it in. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just put a link in the video description, and then you'll be able to check it out from there. Now, I love fighting Nemesis. I love people who have the balls to play Nemesis. That's one thing. You want to be the biggest character in the game, you gotta know what the hell you're doing. I wanted to ask. Oh, this is another one of my teams, more of my fun team. I mean, clearly I just switched Frank West for Dormammu, and I kept Doctor Doom in because this guy's not. You can't push around this guy. The biggest thing is I wanted to, like, basically exactly when you play a guy punished like this, I use my fun team is Frank West, Deadpool, and Akuma. One reason why is because I can get level 4 Frank West, possibly one of the easiest ways that I found, just over 2 meters, just by using a team hyper. I don't think I get to pull it off here because he kicks the crap out of my Frank West. But moving on from that, I love having this. Look, I completely forgot that the hyper had infinite on it like that. It's my invincibility, so it's just me being foolish. And here is I get off the infinite here, and then I gotta get myself used to it. And look at that, I mess up the command twice to do the Shoryuken to get Katana Rama out. I only have so much time to mix up. I mean, if he was able to block that was insane, because I don't even know what side I was gonna be on against him. So I almost grab both his characters there. Now, I'm gonna have two teams. One is backup, which is gonna be a Frank West team. If you can get Frank West level 4, 95% of the time you're gonna win if you do it properly. The amount of control you have across the screen, whether it be strictly just waiting, or the chip damage that you take from the chainsaw, which makes it look like it's a Mortal Kombat game. And here I just fish for a level 3 hyper combo. I try to get it. Obviously I don't. He didn't fall for it. But if he did fall for it, he would have been dead. And I did a risk, take it in or take it all. Now, I have to say one thing about Molecular Shield, and Dr. Doom's Molecular Shield, in my opinion, it's been getting after playing a little bit more, is amazing. It is the anti-teleport assist if you are with any character, because the rocks come out almost instantly, and they beat out a lot of assists. And if anybody's teleporting around you, they get hit and they get staggered for a couple of hits for a little while. And that's the strategy that I've been taking in, and I hope maybe you guys could even try it out yourselves. If you use Dr. Doom, and your opponent is doing a lot of teleports, or he's got characters like Dante can go right behind you, Dormammu, or even Virgil, Strider, sorry, any of those characters, use Molecular Shield. Try it out. See how much more of it's almost like having Hager next to you, because when someone teleports, they're not allowed to attack for that while, right? So they have to wait. So test it out. Let me know what you think. I also wanted to ask if any of you guys who are watching, you guys play King of Fighters as well. If you're on the East Coast, or at least generally for that, I'm starting to play that, and I really want to get into it. And I'm looking for some good connection so that I can be able to practice. So if any of you do that, leave a comment, send me a message. Either way, as long as I can get it in some way or sorts. Sorry about that. In any way, that'd be great. So thanks for that. And here, before I get punched in the face, I make sure I can do that. And there again, I go and screw up my foot dive into the second foot dive. But in order to make it safe, there's a couple of things that you could do with Dr. Doom to cross really fast, because in his level 3 is extremely fast. And here's what I try to do here with a missile into crossover, and I attempt it one more time. And because he just happened to hop, I was able to dash under him. Now, at the end of this match, I took the biggest risk, and hopefully we'll see whether it's successful or not. I don't know if I can just spoil it like that. And here's one big mistake that I was doing. I was having my Molecular Shield out. I didn't have to cancel until Hyper. I would have got him. But Wesker has the worst matchup against Dr. Doom in the end, as long as you can get in the air, because he can't do anything about your photons. And right here, I just take the risk to combo my level 3 off level 1, and it worked successfully. Me and this guy, we went sparring a little bit more after this, but we were just trying to have a little bit more fun and get to the game. So hope you guys enjoy. Take care, and I'm going to get back to you guys soon. Thanks.